Good morning. It's time to get in touch. In Touch is a public affairs show dedicated to improving the lives of Susquehanna Valley residents. I'm Freddi Hammer, News Director at Backyard Broadcasting.
Recently, PPL Electric announced a rate hike, and the cost of many things going up, of course, in conjunction with utilities. And when it comes to that, you might have more control than you think. We're here this morning with Tracie Witter. She's the Regional Affairs Director for Pennsylvania Power and Light Electric Utilities, and she has some good ideas for customers and maybe even electric car owners who want to save some money and counteract some of the rising costs in their household. Good morning, Tracie.
Hi, how are you? Good morning, Freddi.
Thank you so much for joining us today on In Touch.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity.
Well, the first thing that I want to ask is basically people kind of have heard about this new rate hike that's starting up on June 1st, and they may blame PPL, almost like it's your fault that the rates are going up. But I think there's a different story here, isn't there, Tracie?
Yeah, it's important for your listeners to understand that PPL Electricity, we deliver electricity to our customers, but we don't own the power plants where the electricity is generated.
So you are the gatherer of the information to send out.
Right. We provide supply, and we go to auction twice a year and get the best rate that we can for our customers with no markup. There's no profit to PPL from the energy portion of their bills. If individuals look at their PPL bill, they'll see a supply side to the bill and a distribution side to the bill. PPL has control over the cost to the distribution side to the bill, but not the energy supply. We are encouraging our customers, however, with this increase in energy costs, which is due to inflation, global issues, and the rising costs of energy, particularly natural gas. So we are encouraging our customers to shop for their energy. In the state of Pennsylvania, people that are residents of Pennsylvania have the option to shop for their electric and not pay that price.
Is that something unusual for this Commonwealth? I mean, does everybody do a shop around for electricity, or is it just regulation that came through in Pennsylvania?
The state was deregulated in the late 90s. There are other states throughout the country that are deregulated. Mm-hmm. I can't recall the specific number. I think it's 29 or so states. So Pennsylvania is one of those states. So individuals that want to shop, what we recommend is that they go to the Pennsylvania Public Utilities Commission website, which is the governing body of PPL. We are governed by the Pennsylvania Public Utilities Commission. And the name of that website is papowerswitch.com.
We can definitely put that on our YouTube channel when we put this on the internet so that people can write that down.
Yes, that's great. So if anyone goes to papowerswitch.com, when you go to their homepage, it says right away for you to enter your zip code. So if you enter your zip code, you can also say, I use 1,000 kilowatts of energy per month, and I want to look at plans that have a fixed rate versus a variable rate, which is what I would recommend. I think PPL would recommend that you find something with a fixed rate and that has no cancellation fees, and then you are presented with a list of suppliers. And what you want to do is compare that rate with the current PPL rate, which we call our price to compare. And that rate currently is around 9 cents, but as of June 1, that rate will be 12 cents for residential customers. So you're going to want to look at a supplier that has a lower price to compare rate than our current rate.
I don't think I was aware, as I received bills here from PPL in the past, that not the bills, but the information about switching to a different supplier of electricity, I didn't realize there was a second component of online where you can get more information.
The most central area where all that information is PA Power Switch. You can also go to our website, pplelectric.com/shopsmart, and it includes a lot of the tips that I just recommended, like looking for a fixed rate, looking for a rate that doesn't have any type of cancellation fee. We just want our customers to shop smart.
So the person that goes to the auction, who does the negotiating, I'm sure that's sort of how it goes down. Does it happen like that, like a negotiation, or is it more like a stock market where someone's like making those moves and then it ends up with a price and there it is?
I would say it's more like the latter.
Okay.
The individual in PPL that goes to auction, these dates are set 4 years in advance. Our date was in April. Mm-hmm. We went to auction in April. So it just depends on what the price is on that day. And all other utilities have to follow the same process as we do, and it's an agreement that you make with the PUC.
I see. I'd never really understood that side. There was that's a whole department of decision-making at PPL that regular customers don't consider.
There are quite a few arms within the company that handle different aspects, and this is one of them.
So then when we make those decisions, that can really alter the bill. It can lower it, and we're in control a little bit better. That probably feels good for customers.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, certainly, instead of accepting what the current energy prices are, you have a way to make a change and to make a difference. So beyond shopping for electricity, we do have other things that we wanted to share with our customers, specifically like how you can save energy on your bills. There's very small things that you can do within your home or your business where you can save a lot of money on your energy bills. The summer months coming,
yes,
particularly important.
Like turning my fan off when I leave the house and over my bedroom, like that kind of stuff. It's like just shutting off lights and using LED lights, I'm thinking, is the first thing to do.
Right. So you mentioned a couple good ones. What I would recommend, too, is anyone that wants to look at a list of tips by category: lighting, ventilation, cooling, heating. Go to savewithppl.com, and there's a whole list of tips. You mentioned one about the fans. Mm-hmm. So we always say at PPL, fans cool people, not rooms. So definitely turn your fans off. Turn lights off when you're not in a room. Some people even have those occupancy sensors.
Oh, yeah.
So the lights will automatically go off.
The website that you have through PPL has products and availabilities for things that really can save you money, items that you can install. Right, we do. We have a marketplace. So you can go to our website and look for a smart thermostat. Okay.
And they are at a discount to our customers. So that's definitely an option. You also want to look for appliances that have the Energy Star label. So those are going to be the ones that are the most energy efficient appliances on the market. The Energy Star labels are labels that you'll see if you go to a local store.
I see.
And you're looking for a new air conditioner, a wall unit. Look for ones that have the Energy Star label. The same with like a dishwasher or washer dryer.
Okay.
I just wanted to share a few tips related to saving energy, some simple things that people can do in their homes, especially with summer months coming.
Yeah.
So if you clean the filters on your air conditioners, that's one thing that can really help make them more efficient. And every degree that you can raise your air conditioner, so making it a little warmer, every degree that you raise the temperature on your air conditioner can save you 2% on your energy bill.
Wow, that's a lot. Amazing.
It is a lot, yeah. And we recommend, if you can tolerate it, to leave your air conditioner set at around 78 degrees. That's the most energy efficient. And one simple thing that people can do that will save them a lot on their energy bill is if you can set your water heater, your hot water heater, to 120 degrees.
All right, I'm writing these numbers down, Tracie.
Yeah, good. So that's one easy way you can save. Some of the simple things that, close your blinds or drapes during the day. That's something that seems sort of obvious, but it can help save money on your electricity bill. We recommend washing clothes in cold water versus very hot water, unplugging electronics. There's also a smart power strip that automatically powers down electronics when you're not using them.
What a good idea.
Yeah. So there's a whole list of these types of tips online at savewithppl.com.
This applies to homes as well as for businesses, and you have different rates that apply for the different kinds of customers, don't you?
We do. We have the rate actually for businesses right now is around 9 cents per kilowatt hour, and it will increase to 11 cents in June. We also have things called time of use rate, so you can do this at home or in your business. There's different times. There's a lot of this detail, again, on our website about time of use rate. So during the day, your rate might be a little higher, but you have to be a PPL customer and use our price to compare rate. So you can't use a different supplier for the time of use rate. But it's something we're looking into.
Now, people who may get behind a little bit here over the summer months, it can get really overwhelming sometimes, especially as we come out of the pandemic and people are just starting to get back to normal. How is the billing assistance program through PPL available for some customers?
Yeah, Freddi, I'm so glad you asked about the billing assistance. So we really want to help our customers right now. We always want to help our customers. We provided a lot of assistance during COVID, but now is a really good time. There's 3 programs that anyone can get assistance with, and those are payment agreements, and then we have a CARES program and budget billing. So the payment agreement, you would basically sign into your online account, and you can apply for a payment agreement to pay off any past due balances over time. So we can make them into more manageable payments. We also have a CARES program, so anyone who has a temporary hardship, such as an injury or illness, we can help them with their bills. And then we also have budget billing, which what we'll do is we'll average your electric use over the year, come up with a payment, and it allows you to make your payments more predictable. So those are 3 programs that anybody can take advantage of. We also have programs for those who can qualify based on their household income. There are a whole bunch of programs there. One is the federal program that provides grants to households to help them with their home energy bills. The acronym for it is LIHEAP, that's Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program. There's an on-track payment program, which gives you a lower fixed monthly payment. Operation Help, that's really one of my favorites because it's a fund that employees give to.
Oh.
Yeah, so our employees can give money out of their paycheck to Operation Help, and that's for families that need help with their energy bills. And our foundation also puts money into that program. So that's one that we all are very proud of.
Well, how wonderful. I don't know if we know much about that. That's definitely worth explaining to people that that's something that comes from the goodness of your heart.
Yes, it's a fuel fund that employees put monies into, and they're for families that are struggling with their energy bills. So when our customer service reps are on the phone and talking with customers about how they can help them with their bills, that might be one of the options that they recommend to them.
I saw on your website that you have an opportunity for people to take virtual assessments. Is that something that you can look at a household or a business and see where money is able to be saved? It's sort of your expert look at things?
It's our free virtual home energy audit. Yeah, again, you can call us and talk to us about that. You can learn more about it on our website, and they can find simple things for you to do throughout your home to help you save energy. It might have to do with maybe your windows. They can look at things like that, look at your different appliances, maybe review some of those tips that I mentioned earlier about setting your hot water heater to 120 degrees. Yeah. So definitely take advantage of these programs. There's lots of help out there. I think it's just a matter of taking the time to get involved and, want to actually make a difference on your bills.
One thing I was curious about is how does PPL respond to the electric car phenomenon that's happening right now? I mean, you're talking about a few different places where people can charge up their cars, but what do you contribute in that scenario? Do you have any regulation you have to follow?
Yes, that's progressing as we speak, how the state of Pennsylvania will handle electric vehicles. So I can tell you at PPL, we certainly view ourselves as the utility of the future, and we're preparing for the influx of electric vehicles. I think what I want to make sure everyone understands is PPL's role in that. Okay. So if you're thinking, Freddi, you're thinking, I want to buy an electric vehicle. After you buy the vehicle or while you're buying, things you might think of is, where am I going to charge this? Can I charge it at home? And so with PPL, our role would be say that if you want to charge it at home, it's probably a good idea to give us a call and just let us know that you purchased an electric vehicle and you want to charge it at home. And we can look at your current usage and how much additional usage you'll have after you purchase this electric vehicle. They can estimate how much you're going to need to charge that at home.
I guess I never thought about the changeover from where the bill is paid. You're paying a fossil fuel bill, but then you change it over to an electric bill. So your costs probably do measure out a little bit.
Right. And so we want to make sure that your infrastructure, like outside of your home, your transformer, it can handle the additional load. Then you mentioned cost.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people want to know, if I purchase an electric vehicle, how much will that make that equivalent to purchasing gasoline?
Sure.
Department of Environmental Protection, they're doing work on this, and they estimate that if you have a car the size of a Chevy Volt or a Honda Civic, it's the equivalent of about $1.25 a gallon. That's based off of like the average kilowatt per hour cost in the state of Pennsylvania, which is 14 cents.
We'd like to have $1.50 a gallon again, wouldn't we? That's not a bad idea.
I know, it's great. If you're going to purchase an electric vehicle, it's important just to let us know, because we will upgrade equipment if we believe that your usage will go up. And we assist with the public charging stations. So PPL right now does not install the public charging stations. We're letting industry and market determine where they're placed. But we do supply the power source to those stations. So
Okay.
There is a Tesla charging station at Buckhorn, which is near Bloomsburg, where we were involved with helping them put that station in place. So our role is to make sure there's power to the charging stations.
Do you find that the battery technology, as it increases, is going to bring this a little more to the forefront? It's sort of happening now, isn't it?
I'm not so very well versed in the battery component of this, but I do think that there's a lot of predictions about the number of electric vehicles. So Edison Electric Institute is an organization that we work with, and they estimate that there will be 22 million electric vehicles on the road in 2030, and there'll be 100,000 of those fast charging stations that are on highways. I can tell you the state of Pennsylvania is looking at placing these fast charging stations, and when I say fast, that's like you could charge a Chevy Volt, which I drive a Chevy Volt for PPL.
Yeah.
And if you're at a public parking station, it's anywhere from 10 to 40 minutes. If I were to do that at home with just plugging into my regular, 120 volt power source, it takes 8 to 24 hours.
Wow.
So, yeah, there's varying types of charging stations as well. But Edison Electric Institute, they predict there's going to be 100,000 of these. And I know the state of Pennsylvania is looking at every 50 miles on major interstates installing these charging stations.
I feel like I'm just on the edge of the future. Here we are, just ready to step off.
Right. Yeah, it's going to happen really fast. It really will. And one thing I can tell you about PPL is we have Electric Vehicle Task Force, which is a group of employees that talk about this issue on a very regular basis. And one of the things that we talk about is how our infrastructure is prepared to support all of this.
Okay.
We've made a lot of upgrades over the past few years. When you see our transmission poles, when they are being updated from the wooden poles to the large steel poles.
Right.
Yes. So those steel poles and the new cables have better reliability and larger capacity. So we think we're unrivaled, really, in terms of the level of our infrastructure and its ability to handle the influx of electric vehicles into the future.
Thank goodness for the people who were around 20 years ago for setting this up. And thank goodness for you who are setting it up for the people 20 years from now. It's really all that you do, making sure that the future is set.
Yeah, we pride ourselves in that. And we hope that our customers understand when they see work going on in their neighborhoods or along the highway, the work that they can see, that they understand it's all in an effort to provide them with reliable power. That's the goal of all of our work on a daily basis.
I want to make sure that I do not take for granted the flipping of the switch in my apartment and making sure that I have all the things and modern conveniences that we do have here in America. We're grateful for all of you at PPL for making that happen, Tracie. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Freddi. We have a very hardworking team. And I always say when there's a storm, the loyalty of our team is really impressive. They, in the middle of the night, will go out and they're looking for downed wires, and it's really incredible so that you can get your power on quickly.
Well, we certainly love all the work that they do to make sure that we are comfortable in our homes, and we just want to make sure that everybody sort of has the basics. Get more control of your electric bill by choosing your own energy rates.
The best thing that you can do is to think about your energy rate, what we call our price to compare rate, which is our default rate that you will get from PPL if you don't shop for your energy. However, we recommend that you shop for your energy and go to papowerswitch.com, look at the different rates, make sure that you try to find a rate that is less than our current price to compare rate, that the rate isn't variable, and that there's no cancellation fees. And you'll be able to save a few cents a kilowatt hour on your bill. So it's a good time to shop for your electricity. And we're happy to help you. If you call our 1-800 number, you go to our website, there's a lot of resources to help our customers pay less on their energy bills.
Well, Tracie, you've given us a lot of food for thought here to make sure that we can maybe control a little bit of our power bill as we go into these hot months. And 78 degrees, that's what you say I should put my AC on, right? That's the best
temperature for an air conditioner. Yeah.
All right. I'm glad that I live in northern PA where things are a little better than the hot states.
Time to live here instead of in Florida, where 78 probably wouldn't be very tolerable.
Oh my gosh, and all the humidity. No, I'm certainly glad to be back here. And today and this week just been a beautiful weather week. It makes us think about all the things that we are looking forward to for summer. So we'll do our best to stay cool thanks to PPL. Tracie. Regional Affairs Director for Pennsylvania Power and Light Electric Utilities, Tracie Witter. Thank you so much for joining us today on In Touch.
Great. Thanks again for having me.
In Touch is locally produced in our studios at 1685 4 Mile Drive in Williamsport. To get in touch with us regarding questions, comments, or topic ideas, call weekdays between 8 and 5, 570-323-8200. You can also write to us at 1685 4 Mile Drive, Williamsport, PA, 17701, attention Freddi Hammer, or email me at fhammer@backyardbroadcasting.com. For archive programs of our In Touch series, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, Backyard Broadcasting. Each current weekly program is featured on the Backyard Broadcasting websites. Individual opinions expressed here don't necessarily reflect the opinions of the management or staff. Thanks for listening to In Touch, a production of Backyard Broadcasting.